Here we are. Here we are.
Yep.
I finally got my laptop back, which means I've got my webcam back, which means I can finally do video blogs. I'm here with the Italian Stallion, Jonathan Anderson, my boy. How you doing?
Good.
Good. We just got done with church, right?
Yep.
Yeah, went really well, and we had a good day. Had a really good day. Even though the holiday was here, we had a small crowd. We sure had a really good day at our church. And
Yep.
Jonathan and I were kind of talking about life, right? And what it means to be a Christian. And why don't you tell them real clear so everybody can hear you. Why don't you tell them what you think it means to just to be a Christian? What's that all about, you think?
To be a Christian.
Why don't you look there?
To be a Christian.
Yeah?
You gotta to be a Christian. You gotta go to every single church service that you can. I'm not saying you have to do it every single day if you're sick. You don't want to get everything church, but so as much as you can, you gotta go to church.
How's that help you? How does that help you?
It helps me because you might go to church and experience something you never know. Like going to church and then you get baptized in the Holy Spirit.
Sure.
It might be a big shock someday.
Yeah. How do you live for Jesus? I mean, it's one thing to go to church, but how about when like you're at school or when the moms and dads are at work or whatever like that? How do you pull that off? How do you live for Jesus when you're outside of the church?
To be outside the church, that's going to be hard to say, but you gotta keep on doing the same thing. You gotta keep on praying to God, do everything that you can. Keep on doing it. If you're sick, you gotta do it at home.
Yeah. How about when you're at school, or like when the moms and dads are at work? I remember you and I were talking about like keeping the spirit in you, and what does that mean to you? How does somebody do that?
Same thing. You gotta go to church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when the church service is over, what do you do there? What do you go from there?
You gotta keep it in your heart. You can't just say, "All right, church service is done. Okay, let's go home. Get some money from the cars. Go in your room, do everything that you want to do, for if you want to sing.
So
If you
go
sing.
ahead. So you shouldn't just turn the switch off just because you go outside the church door, right?
Yeah, you can't just say, "Hey, okay, church is done. Next Sunday I could just do everything I want," and you could just wander off and say, "Okay, church service is just a day away. I can do whatever I want. God's gonna forgive me. I know that. He's a nice guy." You can't just say that. You gotta treat him like he's a nice guy. You gotta do what he says and do what he wants you to do.
Obedience.
Yeah.
Very good. I like it. I think that's good. That might be better than my sermon today.
Nothing's better than your sermon, Dad.
No, whatever. All right. Well, we need to take off. It is good to be back with you.
Thank you.
And yeah. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you very much.
Tell them goodbye.
Bye.
All right. So I'm Phil Anderson, and you are.
Jonathan Anderson.
All right. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks.
Bye.
Fist bump. All right.